Wet fart. Meng On MENG. We're here. Woo! Apparently, Colin, rumor has it is that Beard is going to do an open for us.
That's what I thought you were going to spring on me right now.
No. I sent him the stuff to do it, but because Big Baby Teasus is insanely busy, I don't expect we're going to see that anytime in the near future.
Oh, man.
So,
well,
you'll all have to just wait for Big Baby Teasus to lay it on us. So we were talking right before the stream started, as we're wont to do, as the fine gentlemen of culture we are, about my feelings about Toby Hooper after bearing witness to Eaten Alive yesterday. So I have said it on Spoopy Boys before, and I said it half in jest, because let's be honest, I'm a shill for Life Force.
Life Force is great. It's obviously a messy movie. You can see little holes here and there that are easy to poke, but there's so much fun and so much kind of just like, I've never seen this before, and
you'll never see it again.
And you'll never see it again. Yeah, it's that's a shame too. And I think that's what maybe even lends to that movie being so wonderful, because it is this kind of unicorn of a film in a way. And
yeah, it's a time capsule of like,
super special.
Remember when we used to just like let people who had a rep go buck wild?
Yeah.
Super Spike and Meng Hall living a cube life. So I took away a couple things from my viewing. First of all,
what did you think?
You'd think that this was his first movie, and that Chainsaw was a refined version of this, not the other way around.
Yeah,
because this movie is not good.
It's a rough looking film.
I don't mind the rough looking, almost like dream aesthetic going on, where it feels like it's all shot on a stage and there's a ton of like fog machines going, like it's an Umberto Lenzi movie.
But the one thing I'll say in respect to that is, like, when we did our show on Texas Chainsaw Massacre series, and I rewatched all of them, I kind of forget the first one looks beautiful. It's a beautifully shot movie.
It is a pretty.
It's very pretty. Yes, yeah. So then to go and look at
of doing pretty movies. I mean, again, Life Force is gorgeous.
Life Force is gorgeous. I
also was like, man, I can now see where Rob Zombie got the inspiration for every redneck character that Robert has installed in every movie he's ever made.
Yeah.
Which is consistent random screaming for no reason. Like the husband at the beginning, or the husband with the child and the wife wearing the really weird wig.
Yeah.
Just screaming for no reason off and on. Like,
it's fun.
I mean, that's a word that you could definitely attribute to something, but not to this movie.
Well, you can also see looking at this, you see where definitely, like this has to be Rob Zombie's favorite film.
Well, I mean, a lot of it too felt like, and I don't know anything about the behind the scenes of this, but a lot of it felt like maybe someone at the studio was like, "Hey, Toby, if you really want to make Chainsaw 2, you got to do this first."
And then you bring that up because
we want more of Chainsaw.
Chainsaw 2 is probably my favorite in the entire series.
It was not good, man.
Eaten Alive, not it's not, and I can admit that. But like when I first saw it, I had to have been like 11 or 12, and it was just kind of, I think I had rented it like with Motel Hell. So I was told like right there.
Yeah, that would be a good double feature of just
it was. It worked.
None of this is good for anybody. No one should bear witness to this.
And but yeah, and I love Motel Hell. And that
You
movie
know,
holds up.
Motel Hell has a wild fan base. I don't find myself in it, but I appreciate the rabidness of it, where they're
Yeah,
just like willing to go to war over that movie. And I'm like, really? Okay. I mean, if that's the hill
it's
you want to die on, go
it's
right ahead.
great. It's great.
It's
We might have to.
okay. I
Oh,
feel like its rep is a little overblown. It's one of those movies that
it
I
might
find
be.
it to
And
be
again, I
okay,
saw this for the first time when I was 3, so I have
so
very
far too young.
yeah, but strong memories, and I guess that kind of still carries over. But also, like watching it as an adult, I'd never realized it truly is going for a kind of horror comedy.
Yeah, it's a huge satire.
It's wonderful. And I love spoiler alert to this, like, I don't know, 40, 50-year-old movie, but like um the villain's final words, um what was it? He's like, oh god, never mind, I'm gonna forget it now, and I'm just gonna spoil it and ruin it. But yeah, it's something about how, like, I've been living a lie all along or something like that, because all my meat, the worst part about this meat that he's been making out of all these human beings is that he's actually added preservatives into
Yeah.
it. It's just like, oh
I mean,
my
don't get me wrong. It's like got its moments. It's just like not a
yeah,
movie I would choose to watch. Like I wouldn't go, man, you know what would really hit the spot right now? Some Motel
yeah,
Hell.
no, that's fair. Yeah, no, there's movies like that I can throw on anytime. One of them for sure, uh, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That movie's on, I'm down to watch anytime, because it's just so fun, so silly, and it knows what it's doing.
Yeah.
Another one, Critters, probably. But like,
Those movies are in similar
and those are
veins.
two Kyoto brother movies I just realized. But
Yeah, I mean, they're movies that are like, hey, this is what we are. We're not ashamed of it, so let's roll.
mhm.
You're
Yeah,
either
and
on board or you're not.
the thing, that's on. Like, cancel all plans. We're sitting down. We're watching the thing. We're
I
watching Kurt
can't
Russell
like
hair.
hang out and watch the thing. I need like time. I need like to be able to digest that movie. I love it so much, and I'm
Oh,
like,
like,
every time I watch it, I'm always looking for like, okay, what am I
mhm.
missing?
Yeah. No, I see that. I see that. But that is like, I don't know. Yeah, that's like, it's one of those movies that I'm always like, "Oh, you've never seen that?" And
It's
then
my
I go
favorite
and,
all-time movie.
yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely is.
Oh, nice, man. Good choice. Good
Um,
choice. Good choice. I
it's
waver all the time, so I don't know. But like, it's definitely. Well, oh no, god damn it, because this is gonna be controversial to some people, I'm sure. I was just gonna say it's my favorite Carpenter, but then I forgot, like, Big Trouble in Little China exists, and that movie is so special to me personally. Like, yeah, that, and I don't know, that hits so many sweet spots for me in a
yeah.
weird way. I
No,
love.
I don't disagree. I think Carpenter's got a slew of movies that do
Yeah,
that for me. That have like meaning to me in a very deep and real way. Um,
yeah. And yeah, but yeah, like, oh god, yeah, I
the
could put
thing is
both
such
those in
a
my top 5 all
the thing is
timers.
such a existential dread movie. It's such the
Yeah.
encapsulation of like Carpenter talking about like fear of the other, um,
Mhm.
which he's done so many times, which I really am drawn to that like as a social touchstone. The idea that we're, when we were no longer afraid of like that of the monster in the wood, it was we started telling stories about, well, what about those people in the other village?
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, that idea of the paranoia involved, all of that really to me is, I mean, I grew up in the midst of Reaganism and Cold War, and I grew
Yeah,
up
no,
with,
I was fully aware of all that stuff. Like, I have I mean, I know I'm a little younger than you, but definitely have those ingrained memories of, like, Russia's the big bad evil out there, and we're America fighting, basically Rocky Four.
Rocky
Um,
Four or Red Dawn.
Red Dawn. Yeah, man, Wolverines.
But I will also say, like I also remember when Timothy McVeigh bombed Oklahoma City because we could feel it where I lived.
No way.
Yeah.
No
And
way.
the town shut down. I think that,
wow.
I look back at things and I'm like, I've lived in one of the wildest periods of history possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, we just saw a pandemic that's like once every 100 years type of situation that occurred.
Yeah.
We've, I mean, shit, history happened today too, because that fuck bucket McCarthy got
dude.
loaded out.
First time ever.
Yeah, good riddance to that piece of shit, liar.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, you get that, and you've got, just 9/11, of course, multiple wars.
Yeah, man.
All this shit has gone on, and I just keep pointing back to, like, even now, like the state of politics, a lot of it is built upon by one party, especially. Let's make sure we're all afraid of the other.
Yeah.
And now the other is LGBT people, LGBTQ people, LGBTQ plus. Jesus Christ, Ben, get it together.
Or anyone who thinks they have a right to actually be considered people.
Yep. But I mean, it's slowly morphed when they were like, oh, we can't say that to Black people now because they're too strong a voting bloc. So how about Hispanics? Maybe will that be okay with fellow racists? Oh no, not. Okay, well, let's punch at the one group that can't really punch back right now. So
yeah, it's
Meng On MENG, where you come to get your politics.
If that's what you were hoping for, you're gonna get it. And you know what, man, I am every step of the way in agreement with you too, because it's getting fucking crazy out there, and I don't understand how people who seem otherwise rational
Wolverine
buy so easily into hate.
It's because they want to. It's because I look at a lot of that and I think a lot of these people were just keeping it right underneath the surface. Because they knew it was not socially acceptable. Yeah.
Yeah. Or they'd say something and then, oh, it's just a joke. Ha ha ha. I don't really believe. And then, when the Mango Mussolini started running, you'd hear them being like, "Oh, he might not be the best, but he kind of tells it like it is." And then that turned into, this guy is the only one telling it real. Everyone else out there is liars. You can't trust anyone else. And now we see full-blown cultism, like legit cultism.
I always try to keep in mind that when someone says that, I just go, that just is code for I can't trust you.
Yeah.
That's code for, that this conversation is done, and I don't really have anything else to have a conversation with you about.
Yeah, no, man, that was my best man at my wedding started talking like that, and it was fucking heartbreaking. And he was a cop, and then he started telling me about all the gross shenanigans he got up to as a cop when he got drunk one night and started saying more things than he probably should have to me. And yeah, man, we are not friends today, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it's sad when people unmask. I mean,
yeah. Oh yeah. But then, like, I go back and I think about things, and like there's little warning signs kind of like just his personality type, how he could have been. He was always very concerned about being the alpha of our group, and like would talk about it, and like I'd just be like, okay, man, all right, whatever. But now it's like, oh yeah, you were super insecure, and then this guy who was like, hey, everyone who's insecure, let's blame this people. They're the reasons why.
What's cracking, poor people? I'm here to tell you you're great. Let's be great, and by great,
we're gonna make everything great again. And by that,
do what I need you to do.
Yeah, talk in vagaries, and we're just gonna make everything better for corporations.
Yeah. Ugh. There's always gonna be those people out there that they're just waiting to lick that boot. They can't wait.
Well, it's just like, I don't know, and I'm not saying like the Democrats are angels or anything like that, but like, it's like, if you're on the lower end of things income wise, like how could you vote for people who seem to outwardly despise you and are always saying that you are like the vermin that's sucking the, at the teat of America and need to be dealt with? But like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm getting into rant territory, like Dennis Miller almost, but
Yeah,
not.
remember when Dennis Miller was
Remember he
not
was
a
fun.
shitbag?
Yeah.
Same with Bill Maher. Remember Dennis Miller and Bill Maher were not total shitbags?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh God, Bill
Or
Maher.
I guess really they always were. They just did a good job of hiding it for a long time.
Well, they're of that generation where they get
That's
very,
the other thing I've learned
very
is like as people get older, I think we might be the last generation of people though who are like this. They finally just bought into the conservativeness of like when I can remember being a kid and hearing all the time like you'll think differently when you get older.
Oh, yeah. No,
And
yeah.
I see so many people who I shared a lot of the same ideals with, the same thoughts with, because mine really haven't changed. I'm
Mhm.
pretty steady Eddie with my stuff. I tend to be stubborn that way.
Yeah.
But people who I knew who were, you know, some even more wild ass about it than me, and they're you know they're definitely bootlicking
Oh
pieces of
yeah.
shit now.
Yeah, dude.
I've had to drop so many people from my life and just been like, yeah, no, I'm not doing this with you.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah. No, for sure. And yeah, it's sad. Especially I don't know, because it's just like, I don't know. Yeah, we all know what it's like, and it
Yep. Hey
sucks.
man, that's life.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if I can
What
get
you
a
got
good.
going over there? What? Yeah.
I
What
was
have you been working on?
I'm trying to see if I can find something to stick this on so you can get a good look at it. It's too loose.
I've been doing switching it up, doing some Indiana Jones tonight. I got Indy and his daddy made already.
All right.
Ooh,
You mind if I make my screen big for a second?
go for it. Big it up. Enhance. Oh, that's that brain. Yeah.
No, this is different.
Wait, really?
I just painted this today.
Dude.
I just have gotten good at painting brains, I guess.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, no, it's like
That looks great.
you're thinking of this.
Yeah. Ooh,
Which
yeah.
is a way sloppier boy than this is. This brain got a much tighter treatment.
That looks good.
Because I used some speed paint on it and really really made it pop.
What brand you go with?
I go with the Army Painter speed paint.
Army Painter's great.
Yeah, I feel like you get you I feel like I worry with Citadel and stuff because I always hear like horror stories and Games Workshop shit's so expensive. I feel like Army Painter is the best bang for the buck. So yeah, I went with that.
Yeah, I used to when I painted more, I would get those big bulk cases all the time.
That's what I did with my speed paints. I just bought the big like
here's all your metallics you'll need. Here's all your woods. Your
yeah, it was like $100 I think for that all those speed paints, but it was like totally worth it.
Yeah, totally, man.
I've got a shit ton of use out of them.
How am I doing this?
Oh, what about you? What are you working
on? Indiana Jones. It's what set is this? It's the one from Last Crusade, with the plane chasing them while they're in the Jeep. So you got Indy, you got Indy's father, and what else? I think I've got one Nazi pilot too. Yeah. So yeah, so I got Indy and his dad built. They look pretty fun. Really like the new whip that they gave. You can really actually stretch this guy out, and it's got a nice plug. Let's see if I can get. If you can see, I don't know. You probably can't see that best. There's a little plug at the end, and I like that because you can sit that into any kind of piece and actually maybe do some real cool action posing with it. And yeah, I don't know, little Sean Connery. That was the worst. That was the worst.
Yeah, for a guy who does really good voices, I was like, oh, that's not a good Connery, man.
Hold on. I'll slap a woman. There we go. There we go.
Mish Money Penny.
My name's Sean Connery. I'll slap you. I'll slap any woman I get across. There we go. I'm in there. Now we got it. Oh, yeah. So that's what I'm working on, and I like it. I really want to get the cool. I can't believe I'm blanking on the first Indiana Jones movie.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, with the temple run, with the ball and everything. That set looks amazing, but it's whenever I see it in stores, it's just not the time for me to be getting it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like these. I'm really heartbroken that they canceled the Temple of Doom set. That looked phenomenal, and that's my favorite indie movie. But I think they had fears of it being too controversial because it was the sacrificial lava pit,
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it looked amazing. Looked amazing.
I'm kind of surprised Lego doesn't do like Hasbro, HasLabs, or Matty, whatever Matty. It's not Matty Collector anymore. It's Mattel Creations. Where they're like, oh yeah, we'll sell this, but it's just on the website. You have to buy it directly from us because it's shit we couldn't put in a store.
Yeah. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. I mean, there would definitely be a market for it, especially now with how Lego has become which I'm not a fan of this aspect of it, but the investment side of it. Figures on clearance this weekend. Ooh, very nice, Spike.
Ooh, nice. Well done.
Very nice.
I got my Flea Mortals came in the mail yesterday. Woo, what a book.
The what?
So are you aware of Matt Colville?
No, I don't think so.
So Matt Colville is a game designer. He basically got famous for doing like stuff about D&D. I can't remember what video game company he used to work for, but he started his own company, MCDM.
Mm-hmm.
And they put out a couple D&D things, and like two of them made like over $1 million.
Oh,
because he's really well thought of in the community.
Dang, yeah, okay.
He put out a monster book
I love
2 Kickstarters ago called Flea Mortals, and it's his Dungeon Master's Guide, or his Monster Manual, excuse me.
Yeah.
And one of the stretch goals was going to be, hey, we're going to do this lair book to go with our monster book. But because they made so much money, the stretch goals made it to where it was like, hey, we can't do this with this Kickstarter. So we're going to do another Kickstarter for this book. But if you were in on the Flea Mortals Kickstarter and you hit that stretch goal, you're still going to get it.
Uh-huh.
There are other people who wanted this. We want to give them the opportunity to get, I think it's called Where Evil Dwells.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing about MCDM is they do like everything's really, really well done and real pretty. Yeah. So yeah, it came and I was like, oh my God. I'll just show it to you. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So I think I'm still going to get Where Evil Dwells. I don't know if I get it as a book or if I just get it as a PDF. Frankly, I don't care.
I like the books myself.
I do too, but man, I have no room.
I was just gonna say though, like, Yeah. I have such a problem right now with like, where am I gonna put this book or this thing on what shelf? Yeah, no.
But then I got a thing that tomorrow,
Yeah.
a few years ago, I did a Kickstarter for a game called Orc Quest, which is
Ooh.
basically Hero Quest, but you play
Yeah.
with the orcs.
Ooh, I like.
And it's like they did 2 Kickstarters that didn't quite make it. Like one didn't make it, and the other one they went to do it, and like I think it got shut down or something. I think they're from. I think it's a French company.
Okay.
But I got in on it this time because I was like, oh my god, this looks great.
Yeah.
And it was really reasonable. So yeah, it's supposed to come tomorrow. It should be like 2 huge boxes.
Oh, nice, man.
Just all
That's
they
exciting.
need is more fucking miniature games.
They're fun.
They are. The problem is I don't get a chance to play them as much. Like I went all in on Core Space,
Yeah,
which it's amazing. It's just I played it 3 times because I mean pandemic hit.
Yeah.
But I mean it's a great game, and it's one of those things where like I'm sure if I get people over, we would play the shit out of it. It's just I don't know.
Yeah, man.
It's hard, man.
No, totally. No, like
Adulting is
adjacent to kind of in the same realm. I got Gloomhaven, and then the pandemic.
Oh God, yeah, same
And I was
kind of
just like,
thing.
like it was the most frustrating thing ever. So I just have this huge thing just sitting there. Haven't even had a chance to.
Or my Masters of the Universe board game that I got.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
the pile of boxes is
Yeah.
past my waist on the floor behind me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm super excited about it, but like when?
Ooh, yeah. Spike's loving your shirt. It is quality.
Yeah. So like, I think I said this the other day. My wife got me 2 amazing shirts for Christmas. She got me this shirt, and she got me Jackie Daytona, Human Bartender.
Yeah.
Which if you get that reference, you're cool.
Yeah, dude.
But like I was afraid to wear them because they were a little small, and I was like, oh God, I don't know. I was feeling really self-conscious, and right now I'm like, my weight's gone up like and stayed steady about 10 pounds. Well, not quite 10 pounds, but up further than I want it to be. It's very frustrating.
Yeah.
But it fits pretty good. So I was just like, fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm going to wear it. I'm not going to just let it sit in my closet.
Yeah, dude. No, it looks good. I like it quite a bit. There we go. Wait a second. Are these put? No, never mind. Okay. All right, got my car going. Not all the way, but it's getting there. It's getting there.
Yeah, I'm working on a head for a chubby boy body.
Ooh.
But I'm finding it really hard to color match the skin.
What are the tones?
Well, let me finish what I'm doing real quick, and I'll show you. So I
there we go.
slap chopped this a little bit, and then I used the skin wash, skin speed paint. Which is good because I mean it got all the cracks and crevices, which gives it a lot of shadow. But the rosy skin for the D&D paint, I feel like that's too yellow, and it's especially too yellow compared to this skin.
Yeah, I can. Yeah,
I think I'm gonna have to hit it with a flesh wash.
that would. Yeah, something to. Yeah, yeah. I think that might be your way to go there, man. Like, there's just too much of a contrast there.
Yeah, it feels too yellow, and I don't cotton to that.
I'm supposed to put this here.
So I've got a flesh wash right here. Let's just go for it.
Do it. Do it.
I do care. That's the thing, but it still sucks because I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. No,
I'm very weird about like that stuff.
Yeah, I shouldn't be, because
You look good, man.
No, I know, and I get compliments all the time, but I'm still in my head. I very much do have kind of body dysmorphia kind of going on, where when I look in the mirror, I do not see much of a change. Sometimes it really fucks with me. But I mean, yeah, no, I when I was bigger, I remember trying to project like a kind of feeling of like, fuck it, but like I was very much always in my head about that, and it sucked. It was very torturous. Still is to some extent, although I'm finding the confidence more and more. But yeah, no, I can totally empathize and commiserate with that feeling.
I've always been a big dude, and then
Same.
like I got real big.
Yeah.
I mean, when you go to college and they're like, you got to get bigger, you got to get bigger, you got to get bigger. I've often said, yeah, it's great. I mean, but like they don't tell you when they're done with you how to get rid of that.
Yeah.
You're just kind of stuck with it or trying to figure it out. And for me, I was beat up enough that I was like, I don't want to do any of this shit anymore. I don't want to exercise unless I have to. Like, I'm not going to run unless something's chasing me, or I'm trying to get my hands on something, probably food.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't until the whole like, hey, your liver's fucked. If you don't do something soon, you're gonna be in real trouble.
Mm-hmm.
That I was like, oh, okay, I guess I gotta do something about this. And then it was really successful there for a while. I was like, for that first like year,
Mm-hmm.
it was just like weight was just like fucking falling off. And, and of course I was like being super strict dietary wise. And I was just doing 1,500 calories a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And never having a cheat day. And then got to a point where I was like, ugh, I'm not enjoying like life existence.
Yeah. It's,
yeah. So I'm going to up I'm not going to do it all the time, but I need a little bit more, and I've done that. And while I've enjoyed things a little bit more when it comes to that, I also though haven't enjoyed like confronting the scale.
Yeah. That's scale stuff is a huge mind fuck for me, especially after my weight loss, when the big thing was like number on the scale, what number you at, kind of a deal. And then once I kind of got past my goal weight, then my dietitian was like, well, now I want you to really start focusing on, like doing some weight training and things like that. So now I've been putting on muscle, and that puts my weight. So it's,
get your weight back up.
It's, you could ask my wife how many times I've had near breakdowns over stepping on the scale because of shit. It's just, yeah, man. It's fuck. It's
well, yeah. I'm a little like they had wanted me to do the bariatric, and I was like,
yeah,
down. I was totally down for it, and then then they were like when they originally wanted me to do it, they wanted me to get into the study program to do it, and they're like, yeah, then it won't financially murder you.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, you're too big, maybe next time. And then I lost all that weight.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, maybe you don't need it. And I was like, well, fucking shit or get off the pot. And then I was finally like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. And then when they were like, well, maybe you should think about it again. And I was like, every surgery I've had has gotten like the one after that has been worse.
Yeah.
And now I'm to the point where like, I really don't want to have another surgery. Like I've had a ton of surgery. Like I don't want you cutting me open anymore. I don't want that. Thank you, but no thank you.
Yeah.
No more No more anesthetics. No more any of that shit. I can't deal with it anymore.
Totally get it. Totally, man. I mean, like it's just yeah, like it.
But like you've been super successful with it. A guy I used to run D&D for,
Uh-huh.
he looks like a totally different human.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
did so awesome with it to the point where they're like, dude, you gotta start putting some weight back on. You're too fucking skinny now.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh God, I mean, is that, you know, I don't know. I don't know if it would be, if I could do it, like if I could be successful like you have been
I
or
think
other people had.
I think you could. I don't know. I mean, the way it really works for me is like I don't know. I think of it kind of not so much as like the surgery itself is going to be the thing. It's more like this kind of like think of it as like a coach in a way. Having the surgery, it's now this tool that's like, well, you can't go this far, you can't do that, and also having gone through the process. I don't know what it was because it clicked in me all of a sudden, and like everything just kind of came together, and I've just been like just very strict in a way I never was before, and
No,
all
like I
this
said, you've been killing it, man.
yeah, like all these like I've never really been I mean like like I played a little bit of sports here and there and stuff like that, but like never like was serious in it or anything like that. And but now all of a sudden I just have this drive, and there's also just the one part of me mentally where it's like I did all this work. I went through all this hell because you got to lose weight before you can do the
Yep.
surgery. And then the surgery itself, like just going through those first few months where you're just like having nothing but liquids. And at first it's just clear liquids. And then finally you can go to like actual soups. And like you go through all this stuff, and then you've had this whole team of people behind you, and I don't know. And it just like it's in my mind, it's like I've got all these people who've done this work. I've also done all this work. I can't go back on it now. So that kind of fuels me to keep going. But yeah, I mean, like I live a completely stricter lifestyle than I used to. And my wife, she went through the surgery 2-3 years before I did. And I saw the change it made for her. And she like just completely just blossomed and found all this confidence and just started living healthier, and she could just do all this stuff. And it was just, I wanted that for myself, and I wanted to be there with her, and we did it. It was wonderful. And yeah. And yeah, I mean, but like, yeah, it's this whole lifestyle's changed because like now, like the other day we ordered some takeout, right? And so I got myself like a little bacon, lettuce, avocado, sandwich. And I think, we got like a little small, she got something, and then like a little small appetizer of like 6 or so wings to share. When that would have been a sandwich and a whole thing of wings would have been like maybe the starter course for me before I went through 2 more full meals. Like the way we used to order takeout, especially during the pandemic for me, was wild. Like I, oh my God, the bills we could rack up, like ordering for like 6 people nearly. And it wouldn't be often that would all be gone like the following morning. So yeah, man, I just, not to keep drawing on, but yeah, it was a hard decision to make. It was at times frustrating decision to make, but at the end of the day, man, like, I don't know, I kind of think it saved my life from how I was living.
Yeah,
Not to say that you're even on that same track that I was, because you've made huge strides that I've seen, dude, for sure.
I think for me it's more just like my last surgery was, or my last major surgery was so fucking rough.
Yeah, and see, this was my first ever major surgery, so yeah, there you go.
I'm so jealous of you.
Yeah, exactly.
And so my last surgery wasn't terrible, but I was awake for it. it was outpatient.
Oh.
But the one before that was fucking horrendous.
Oh.
I was in the hospital before the surgery. I was in the hospital for 5 days.
Yeah.
And then after the surgery, I was in the hospital for 3 more days.
Mm-hmm.
And then it took another like month or so before I was pretty functional.
Yeah.
And then after that, I had to wear a mask for Jesus Christ. I didn't wear that mask for like 60 days.
Oh. Dang. That's not fun. Oh.
No, it sucked. But it's dumb shit happens, man.
Yeah.
And then it costs you a ass ton of money. Almost kills you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is so cute. I'm loving this. There's all these little luggages and stuff like that.
Nice.
Put in the back of this cool little car.
I think too, like that whole situation, that whole surgery and everything that came along with it kind of sapped me of wanting to do anything after that.
Oh, yeah, man.
It made me like, I don't want to, it was like, well, I don't want to go back to Jeet Kune Do. I don't want to box anymore. I don't want to put a helmet on and do football shit anymore. I don't want to do anything because I'm so worried after that,
Yeah.
I don't know how I got paint on my hand.
Oh, God.
So, because at least before that, I had Jeet Kune Do 3 times a week.
Nice, man.
And I was coaching semi-pro in the range.
No way.
Yep. But I was like, I was active, but I was still, I was still big, but I was active and big.
Yeah. And you can also, like, you can definitely be a bigger person and be healthy.
I mean, yeah,
be active.
I did sports in college at this. I was not quite this
yeah.
size, but I was able to do a lot at this size. But it's when you're not doing all that shit, when I'm not working out, between 4 and 6 times a week, it's different.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
But,
you finished up this car. I'm loving it. This is
holy shit, man. Looks good.
I like this. This is nice.
So here's with the flesh wash.
Ooh, yeah.
It's still it's too dark, I think.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I need to figure out a way to lighten it. It'll be I find with the Motu skin match stuff is really hard for just regular skin people.
Yeah.
Because they I don't know why, it's just a real weird tone of skin. But, I did get this, like, this is to a level where I'm starting to think about finishing touches.
Oh, that looks very slick.
Oh
no!
Well, I still got to drill out and affix the head, but I fixed where I broke it. I'll just steal the show again.
Go for it.
All right, so I broke this helmet.
Mm-hmm. You
can probably see it.
Oh, yeah.
It's resin, and I broke the resin.
Okay.
And I went in and I super glued it, and then I was like, oh well, I want to try this other trick that I saw, which is like use super glue and baking soda, and it makes an even stronger bond.
Okay.
And apparently, if you use baking soda mixed with graphite, like from pencils, it makes like, hey, this is concrete now.
No way.
So, but I didn't want to shave a pencil down. But I feel like it turned out okay. And, I finished Jesus Christ. I finished the cloak. But I got to figure out a chest piece because so have I ever showed you what the picture looks like?
No, I don't think you have.
This is what, let me pull it up.
So you have a definite inspiration that you're following for this.
Yeah, it's the Great Black Wizard. Do I have that still, or did I did some desktop cleaning the other day, so I was like, gotta make sure.
Oh God.
Poopy butts. Where did I put it?
It's been taken to the beyond. From the beyond. Oh God.
You okay?
Yeah, no, my Legos be crazy.
Legos be crazy. Let me see if I think I might have put it in my Dropbox.
You always know how Legos be shopping.
Oh, Legos be shopping.
You can't stop a Lego from shopping.
Legos just be shopping.
Legos be shopping, baby. Oh God, that dumb movie. It's I love it though still. It's
Did I not put it in here?
boom, boom, boom. Ooh, yeah.
Well, shut my mouth and call me Sally. Did I not save this picture?
Slap me sideways. Little Nazi pilot.
There it is. Well, there's one version. So this is the this is the OG art, which is by Axel Jimenez, who does like all the Motu art now. This was his like pitch in classics for the figure. As you can see, he's like explaining like, hey, this reuses all this stuff. This is why you should let me do this.
I love that.
Yeah, so there's tons of these because he did a lot of these. Let me see if I got. There's someone's version of it.
Oh, that looks. Ooh, I like that.
Really, really good.
That sound like a black matte kind of coloring.
Yeah, it's a classics buck and body, so it looks really good.
The circumference of my horns.
Here's I don't think this is the same one. It might be. I think it is just he's like holding up his sword like a boss.
Yeah.
Yeah,
whoever did that did a good job.
Ooh. Here's another one.
Ooh.
Again on a classics body.
Gives me kind of Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat vibes.
A little bit. And the helmet and the face is the Black Wizard from Hero Quest. Hero Quest.
Okay.
I mean, it's exactly what it is. Here's somebody else's version of it.
Oh.
I think that's the only one I had in my. Just those are my painting inspiration ones. I want to do this at some point.
Ooh,
which is He-Man Shazam.
Yeah.
But here's some more Jimenez like stuff that he did. Like, I hope they make some of these characters. Like, they're great. Well, they did make Fangor. Like nice. Gladiator, Bandwidth, and Red Shadow, I think are all awesome.
Who's with Red Shadow? I need to know that.
He's a little gloopy guy. He's a little gloopy boy. There's another one someone did. As you can see, I kept.
I love that sword.
I love this little lighting effect.
The blue of the skull, that kind of metallic blue, like a gunmetal blue almost, and then that deep set red. That looks sick.
Again, a classics buck. I have the sword, or a version of this sword. Not that exact sword, but I have a version of the sword. Okay, that's it. But so I was like, here's my version of it, I guess. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do. But I need a chest piece of some type to break this giant spot of nothing up. And I don't want to spend a bunch of money on classics parts. Yeah. So I just was like, oh, I think this is the cape for the Shazam who laughs, and the waist pieces from a Mortal Kombat McFarlane figure. And then the head I ordered because I was like, I saw the head and it was from someone I get heads from occasionally. I was like, oh yes, I will give you $10 for that head. And then the body's just a 2000X Skeletor body, which is 2000X He-Man and Skeletor, both on sale right now on Big Bad Toy Store this week.
Oh, really?
Yes, they have new sales every week. I think they're both like $12.
They always have really good stuff going on, man.
It looks pretty good. If anybody's got an idea for the chest, that's what's really giving me some pause. It's like, how do I do that chest and have it be what I want it to be? Also, this is almost done.
Ooh.
I think I want to flock it a little bit. It's just a
nice little piece of rubble.
Yeah, a piece of rubble.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna take some Mod Podge and just put it in spaces and then just drop some flock on it and then
that would look good.
Yeah.
That looks solid.
I'm not putting off this still. I said I was gonna work on this last week and I still haven't because I can't figure out the colors I want to use for this very Persian inspired Motu stuff.
A fake one.
So I can't I don't know if anyone has any ideas for that, like what would be cool colors. I especially want to do colors that maybe we haven't seen a bunch of in Motu, but
I was just
because I bought that kit.
I feel like there's been a lot of blues and oranges.
Yeah, blues and oranges is a big. You're dead on right with that.
Beastman's basically blue and orange.
Turquoise. That turquoise sounds good. Let me see if I have a turquoise.
And then I was going to be like, well, because I'm thinking of trying to, I don't know. I guess
I feel like light colors would be really neat.
When I think of so this is what you want, like Persian-y kind of colors for, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I keep thinking of, I don't know, maybe Aladdin is too much of a touchstone for me. But I'm just thinking of purples, and then it's like, well, the dummy Skeletor. It's just
So I got a blue lagoon that I kind of like, but again it's blue. And then I have this patina that I also very much like. But I'm trying to see if I have anything else that. I thought about purple too, but Skeletor's purple, and then I'm trying to make Lodar, and Lodar's purple. Like his skin is almost purple, so it's like, well, I don't,
Yeah, that's God, and they've had such a wide spectrum of characters. The trick of it is to what color scheme hasn't been overused, really, Yeah,
like I said, I just want something that's gonna stand out as its own kind of read on stuff.
But I think what you're saying earlier, light colors, I think that'll be the way to go. Something that's not stay away from bold.
From yellow, because yellow's such a pain in the ass to paint.
It's not fun.
It doesn't hold very well.
Yeah,
What about eggshell and a dark maroon for some accents? Ooh, that's
Spike. Loving it.
How about a burgundy?
Ron Burgundy?
Ron Burgundy? I'm Ron Burgundy. And I also thought about this apricot.
Hey.
It's a nice, super soft orange. Move it back so you can see it.
Yeah. Think more desert color. That would, I like that.
I got to figure out lighting at some point, huh?
He will read whatever you put in front of him.
I'm not even mad. I'm impressed. And you were talking about eggshell. I thought about either using antique parchment, which is a very a little off-white, but I also thought about using camel, which is this super, super, super soft yellow brown. I like to use it on skin sometimes. And yes, I'm a heathen. I just use hobby paints because I'm a cheap fuck. And hobby paints were sometimes 40 cents a bottle. So I don't know. You guys give me
I'd
some
I'd
good
say
ideas.
like,
I also like this wisteria a lot, which is
oh,
like a
let me
very
get a.
very
Is that
soft.
kind of
It's like a
lavender?
very soft lavendery purple. I have a lavender somewhere.
I know, like, you should, if you could work all of those in, but find a way to separate them enough that they don't blend too much together.
Well,
Like
my
maybe
thought was like
using
I
that
really like
lavender.
the idea of the burgundy, that maybe the burgundy is the primary and then like the
I
other colors are like,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
agree
know.
with Spike though. The burgundy and the parchment really popped for me.
The
Although I
burgundy and the
do
parchment. Okay.
that last lavender would really, I think, because you need
Like I said,
something just
I think I have a lavender. Yeah, I have a lavender.
maybe something a little
Straight up.
more bold. Yeah,
I
because
have a
that's a
straight
little
up,
more bold.
and this is the wisteria.
Ooh, I don't know, Spike. What do you say? I'd say almost
I
use those both with
yeah, I
those
feel
other
like
two.
those would work really well together.
Yeah.
But I don't, like you said, I don't know if I want to use them.
Hmm.
Also, so I wanted to make so I've been working on we're almost out of time. So I really love these heads. Matt and I were talking about this, to the point I tracked down a set of 3 of them. Now I'm gonna wipe the chest so I lose the
Ooh.
Undertaker shirt vest thing. But I love these heads so much. And
Yeah.
I found that, well, this guy need to fix the legs on, but like the Macho Man legs are perfect for the kind of black and white aesthetic of these inner demons.
Uh-huh.
So I have 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
I need to fix the legs on this one. I was like, oh man, what if they like had a leader guy who was not black and white, or maybe he was black and white. I don't know. So I got this Bam Bam Bigelow body, right? Because
Yeah.
these just came out, and I need like 3 more of them. And if I painted this head to match the black,
Oh.
yellow, and red aesthetic in the same style as those heads are, I have to drill it out yet to make it work because it's another print. But I do love this head, and I have another one here that's just this head with no horns, pretty much.
Ooh. I love the horns on it.
Yeah, I wanted to keep the horns on it because it makes it feel like, oh, he's a big bad. He's a big
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, he feels like the leader for sure
Yeah.
then.
So, and I have a couple more heads that would go with it. I just need to get a hold of a couple more cheap ass NWO Macho Man bodies and some cheap ass. And luckily, Undertaker too is just like dirt cheap right now.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. Those 2 are always pretty cheap. So if I can get a couple more, I might do some of these other ninja heads to go with it. So I have like a sick ninja gang.
The sick ninja gang.
To go with my Ninja Skeletor and my giant creepy dragon emperor dude that I made. I don't know. I get too much stuff. I got too many ideas.
But they're great ideas, and the progress you're making on them, as I'm seeing it, is quality progress. So
I mean, I got 1 head done tonight, pretty much.
yeah, man.
So I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
We're brown. And then Colin, where can people find yo ass?
You can find me hanging out here doing my thing. Please spread the word about yeah. If you find me at Legoland complaining about how come you don't put more things in the pick-a-brick wall.
Reminding me why you're one of my favorite humans in the world.
Yeah, man. You can find me there here. Every other Tuesday, Spoopy Boys, Thursdays, alternating that. Sometimes on Sunday, if the family's not in need of a paternal figure. And I'm trying to make my presence more felt on our Discord. And
oh my God, yeah, Discord's been kicking it.
Yeah, and spread the word, Spike, and future listeners, whoever's out there right now. If you're not making yourself known in the chat, but you're still watching us, join our Discord. Talk with us, chop it up with us, and I'm always down to talk about spoopy stuff or nerdy stuff or Lego or anything, man. Join the community. Let's make it grow.
Yeah, I feel like this turned out okay.
I think that was great.
I will be back on this very channel the 8th for prep school. My goodness, I have been a busy preppy boy
Oh yeah.
this week. If
Sundays. Yep.
you're in the Old Fay Road Discord, you've seen I've dropped some little bits in there this week. I'll probably drop some more if people want me to. But I also started coming up with more stuff for that, including a riff on a Clive Barker story, which I was like, oh, I'm doing this.
Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah, so you can find me there, and after that, you can find me that Tuesday. You can find both of us.
Yes.
Star Wars Scum and Villainy, ongoing, episode 1. On the way to the adventure, we had car problems. That's what my friend used to call episode 1. On the way to the Grand Adventure, I had car problems. So anyway, go over to the Dave Wonder channel right now, as the professionals are chopping shop.
Yep, they're doing their thing.
We hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. We'll see you on Sunday. Well, I will for sure, but Colin will see you for sure on Tuesday.
Yeah. You know what? I think I might probably be in on Sunday. I don't think I've got any obligations. So yeah, expect me to show up. You'll probably also see that terror that is my daughter, Maeve.
Hey, Maeve is always welcome here.
Oh, she's a dictator. She runs. She's a tyrant, and she runs this household with an iron fist. And we're all at her.
The trains run on time when Maeve's around.
She makes the trains run.
I will make the trains run on time. All right. Well, we will see you later. Have a cube life rest of the week. And maybe sometime Beard will get our music done.
Yeah.
And he's not even here to